hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I decided to do something that was a little bit more scripted. I've always been passionate about this subject, and I figured I wanted to actually do a legitimate kind of thing with it. I am currently in college, so that's kind of what inspired me to write this essay. I'm going to be looking down whenever I read from it and stuff, so let's see how this goes. Creating and playing music is an important part of life for many people. Often music is taught in universities, and the instructors usually teach the way they were taught. This has created an academic culture around music that has slowly sapped the life out of music education. Well, university education. Music education is valuable, but it reaches its true potential when it is far more flexible. So, got the introduction done. I've done the opposite of democratizing music education, and as a result, many outside observers feel uncomfortable participating. Instead of music being something entertaining and fun, we have limited off to a smaller group of people competing for an ever-shrinking pool of resources. This is a major cause of stagnation in music education, and I worry that today's university music major is more preoccupied with adaptation than adventure. Rather than understanding the pursuit of excellence as self-forming, I worry that the motivation to do something well arises out of a competition for scarce resources. No one ever seems good enough. This divide is often nurtured in our music classrooms, especially in higher education, causing practitioners to feel the undue pressure of perfection and the spectators to feel unwilling or unworthy to make their own music. Instead of music appreciation courses being about how to create music and experiencing music, it's just about the history of it. They take away so much out of it. The way professors taught is how they were taught by the professors before them. Stagnation in teaching is caused by compliance among professors. This has caused an academic culture around music that is used to gatekeep. Pri Haddad, sorry about the pronunciation, said it best. One of the characteristics of the university is that it is made of professors who train professors or professionals training professionals. Many musicians follow a very rigid model that is set before them. Instead of making classes being experience and discussion based, often these classes are just a textbook. You literally are just reading out of a textbook. Instead of following dreams, students are encouraged to follow the crowd. This has caused music not to be considered an important endeavor. It is rendered merely a hobby. What good is music if it is only practiced by the few? Music is an important part of our culture, and we need to treat it like it is. This stagnation in music education hurts all musicians. It does negatively impact some more than others. Students with learning disabilities are often disadvantaged the most. Students struggle to memorize isolated facts, remember details, and pay attention, and they might have trouble processing written or verbal information, poor spelling and handwriting, and difficulties with expressive language. These students have a unique take on processing information because they see the world differently, and they make connections that other people do not. Not only should we accommodate on a base level, but we should also engage with them. We should do things that make them intrigued. Twice exceptional students often have a strong task commitment for projects and ideas that are meaningful to them. We should understand that where their interests lie, and figure out what is meaningful to them and help them learn more about it. We need to understand our students for this to change. Caring relationships in classrooms that include empathy can increase students' desire to learn. This will ensure their success and help them gain skills for the future. One way to fix our current predicament is to encourage change and challenge the status quo. Professors should be ever striving to create and experiment. The joy of creation should be something that inspires students to create without limits. And instead of a class being taught like through a textbook, students should actively participate and apply ideas with what they learn. Students should be encouraged to ponder the meaning of music and its purpose. The goal should be making their own work, not just ponder the meaning of the works of others. There shouldn't be such rigid paths and degrees. Students take music classes for beginners, such as music appreciation, should not be taught the history of music, but the purpose of it, The course could experiment with the different sounds and instruments. It could explore basic music theory, tone color, diverse music of other cultures, and other interests. Students should discuss the meaning of each work they look into and its purpose. What can they create? What elements can they take away from? And what can make them inspired? Our schools and universities need teachers and researchers who are comfortable with incompleteness. Artists who possess the courage to work among and across competing boundaries, and skilled practitioners who refuse theory and practice divide. The same methods that we need to help students with disabilities are the same we need to use to shake up the music education industry. Music education is valuable, but it reaches its true potential when it is more flexible. There doesn't need to be a divide between different specialties in music. Helping those who need it most will help those who need it least. Music is an important element of culture, and we need to take action to get more people involved with it. Creating and enjoying music should not be limited to the few. It is a fundamental part of humanity. The reason why I wrote this is it speaks, besides just saying it speaks to me, is it is a major issue besides just some surface level music industry things that I went on an unscripted thing about. This is something that is a more of a concrete issue for people that are not just trying to make it on the social media space. This is something that is for people that are musicians of like local musicians that are just, oh, I'm going to be in a contemporary band, or I'm going to play in an orchestra. This affects everybody. Everybody is really in the same boat with this. Music matters to people. It speaks to people. And we need to help everybody have their own voice in music. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.